Hello. 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 Do let me know if I'm too quiet or too loud or anything along those lines, because I've had to move everything around and I think I ruined levels and stuff. Hopefully I can set up a better system in future now I've got a bit more space. Yeah. Hello. How are we all doing? So yeah. I sound perfect? Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind. Yes. So, today's a bit of an experiment, for various reasons. The first, first of all, obviously, thank you very much to Miss for their traditional watercolour rendition of PAL, which blows my mind, because, my word. I'm just looking at the shading. Hello. Hugbot. Ah, there's a Hugbot. Yes, I've set up alerts for stickers now, so they shall appear on screen. I've also, I think, turned off auto mod, or not turned it off, but put it to a lower setting, so smooches should be flying fairy. That fairy reminds me of Rayman, like the earlier Raymans, and Smush. There they go. Smooches should be allowed in chat now, hopefully. So, yes. Does the scroll keep freezing for a second and continuing? That's delay. Bit of lag. Not dropped much on my end, but yeah, Mixer has some teething issues. This is why I said we might have to swap between. Oh, hello! Lots and lots of distractions. There's a slight stutter. Mixer, what are you doing, honestly? But this is why this is an experiment. To see if this works. I've set up a VOD channel on YouTube. I've downloaded all the VODs and I'm currently in the process of uploading them. So you can always find them there regardless of where it is I stream. They will be there. I'll probably upload some VODs for sort of more interesting one-offs as well as this series. We'll see. Yeah, also the sound might be a bit off and various other bits and bobs. The voting should work. I managed to find a library, a C# library, which allows you to read from and write in Mixer chat as well as Twitch chat, which is literally all I do. So, all my bot does anyway. So I've managed to hook that up. Hopefully there's no bugs. There might be bugs. If anything crashes, I'll let you know and I'll have to sort stuff out on the fly. But voting should still theoretically work. I was testing it earlier. Looks like it works. We'll see. So that's why we're doing it here, is to try and see if that all makes sense. But yeah, bit of coding on a Monday morning or whatever that was, worked it out. So, right, so where were we? We are in the middle of the thing, aren't we? Yes. So let's do the thing, which involves getting drawings up on the thing. Like that. There we go. I also decided to put chat on screen because if we're doing VODs and stuff like that, it kind of makes sense. Ah, there we go. Right and Smooch, they're already there. Oh, we have two for Smooch. Marvelous. Yeah, it just seemed like it kind of made sense for this particular stream to have chat on there somewhere. I'm not sure precisely where to put it just yet, but I've put it there where it is for the moment. Yeah, working things out. Lots of experiments today. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, just stuck in a chat box. Oh no. The colours of your names are randomised in the chat box. I don't know why. I couldn't see a setting to make it more specific. But then again, on Mixer, your names are you're either a mod or you're not, basically, which is a bit unfair. Yes, I have added some things to the inventory, including slippers. I decided to put the slippers in there. I was going to make them pink, and then I realised that wouldn't make sense for this world. Unlike an ape man in a suit, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, the slippers are there, don't worry. You got the slippers. They're not big enough for a sleeping bag, but they do hang out Pal's satchel they're quite large. You could use them as a hat. We can use the front bit as a hat, and the rest of it will be like a cape. Anyway, what are we doing? Well, what did we do last time? There's a question. Well, we met an ape man. There's the ape man. It's my awful drawing. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. We found. There's some smooching hobgoblins. There's the cave. We found an ogre in a cave. We killed the ogre. We then freed a goblin that was in the cage, and with it we found the handle of the hammer that we've been looking for. We are trying to find the hammer of Gillibrand, so that we can reunite the dwarves in Stonebridge to fight the trolls that are coming, etc., etc. We're just trying to help out the dwarves by finding the bits of their hammer. And we had heard from Nostromo that the hammer was taken by Deathhawks and dropped in the forest. 2 goblins found the hammer and couldn't work out who should have it, so one of them took the handle, one of them took the head, and it got lost in the forest. We have now found the handle, and presumably the goblin who took it, who immediately ran away as soon as you opened the thing. We then also found a silver box full of noxious gas, but fortunately we had nose filters, so that's fine. We still have the nose filters, but they're not magical anymore. They're just bits of tube, basically, but you wanted to keep them in the inventory, so we have. We then found a trap, which we just about managed to cut ourselves down from, or burn ourselves down from, rather. I also have changed the image of the arrows to better reflect what they're supposed to look like. And then, yeah, we met an ape man and fell off the tree and smushed face first into the ground and lost some health. But apart from that, we're doing all right. Yes, and here, this is where we are. We decided to take some turns, so this is where the ape man was. Here, this place. We then headed east. It is east, yeah, east. And then north again. So we are now walking through some long grass. Okay, is there anything that I should probably reiterate? Apart from the fact that we have that. Oh, I should probably tell you what's in our inventory, because it's quite long at this point. I wasn't expecting it to get this big, but here we are. In our inventory, we have, top left to bottom right, sword, a potion of anti-poison, boots of leaping, holy water, rope of climbing, potion of luck, which will restore our luck and add 1 to the total, the squirrel helmet of bitchin' stats, even though it's a bit dented at this point. Basically, it adds 1 to all of our rolls. We have arrows, or an wooden arrow. An wooden, that's English. We have a necklace worth 9 gold pieces. We have a bar of gold worth 21 gold pieces. These are reflected in our gold count. We have some clay pieces from a smashed clay figurine of a hand. A potion of plant control, a net of entanglement, fire capsules, nose filters, the silver box we picked up, even though it's still got noxious gas in it. The ebony handle, which is what we're looking for, some slippers, and a torch. That's what we've got. Yes, we pick up anything not nailed down. I should have instigated some sort of weight limit, but here we are. Didn't think that far ahead. Smooch the bees? Oh no. I was just looking through some old VOD stuff, and I forgot about the unhinged jaw release bees thing. Also, my voice is a bit weird today. My apologies. So, we head north. Pal heads north into the long grass. Let me just check I am on the right page. Gotta make sure I'm not skipping ahead. That's great. Good. I saved the correct page. How could you have forgotten about Unhinge's Jaw releases bees? Yeah, I was thinking about, it would be nice to have some stickers at the end of this. Possibly not as many from the Final Fantasy one, but I was trying to work out what to do. I have a few ideas, but we're not finished yet. So, let's try to work out a way to get bees in there. Always bees. Right, so we head north. You think that just means that plants should say it more often? Yeah, maybe. As Pal walks along the path through the shoulder-high grass, because we're slightly shorter than the book intends us to be, Pal watches the grass rippling in the wind. Far off, you can see the hills and the grass stretching over the top of those. Soon, Pal gets the uncomfortable feeling that the grass has a bit of a will of its own and is moving independently of the wind. Suddenly, a clump of grass stretches out across the path and wraps itself around their ankles. And other clumps of grass try to grab Pal's arms and legs. Pal realises that they are surrounded by tangleweed. The grass is attacking you. Literally grass. Tangleweed. Yeah, what do you want to do? I think the system's all working nicely. If you do a draw through of Metal Gear Solid 3, I'm greatly looking forward to the pain. That's going to be a nightmare. That's going to be a pain. Ironically. Okay. How do I do this precisely? I don't know. How do I do this? It's like tentacles, but plant-based. This seemed like a good idea in my head. Now I've got to draw a hand, though. Let's try that again. A good start to the stream. Draw a hand in a weird position from a strange angle. See, the tangleweed is pulling it out of proportion and in weird ways, so it's supposed to look like this. What is this? Just to verify. So yeah, pal's down here somewhere. Should have thought this one through. So this is the thing, Chibi, when you said that you would like to do draw-throughs of musicals and stuff. And you said you haven't got it all planned out yet. It's like, the fact that you're planning anything. You're ahead of me straight away. Your legs are dead? What? Who? What? 2 consecutive leg days? Oh no, that's a bad idea. I mean, it's a good idea for leg, but it's a bad idea for leg. You know what I mean. Right. Grass is kind of like a bunch of tongues. Very thin, like kind of snake tongues. Kind of those sorts of things. And like this, the plot of a musical is pretty straightforward. Maybe. I mean, I imagine there's a lot of sort of people hiding secrets from one another and trying to keep track of all that. I assume. I mean, I'm pretty sure the character that was connected to me is a spy or something, so... Multi-snack smoochen, yeah. Danger noodles, but in grass. So yeah, this is happening, and apparently I drew this, so there we are. This is not turning into a sticker, I'll tell you that. What have we got? We have 2 votes for Smooch the Grass. 1 for cuts the grass and free ourselves. 1 for cut grass. 1 for chomp on grass. And 1 for turn grass into fancy moustache. So... Okay, so you... Hello. Hugbot. Those hugs. Thank you very much, Try. And hello. How are you doing? Oh, and Oobs is here. I missed Oobs being here. Hello, Oobs. Looks like a wee person caught in someone's hair. I mean, pretty much just grass. You're trying not to look anything up as you want to do it from memory. That's the spirit. Which is really hard as these things you're either constantly listening to or Googling. I mean, you've also got the added difficulty if it's in a different language. So, certainly won't mock you for getting anything wrong with regards to that. I mean, the last one I did was just poorly translated. So yes, okay, so we have... You enter and make fun because that's the person you are, sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. So... What was I saying? Yes. Pal attempts to cut themselves free, but they are literally surrounded by grass. Every single blade they seem to cut, a whole new tuft comes along, and it's alerting even more, and they're stretching from all directions. Before long, they start wringing Pal's arms and legs, and it causes quite a lot of discomfort. Yeah, you lose a stamina. It's far too much for you to get rid of at once. Right, well, cutting it didn't work. And you're slowly being subdued. I advise you try and do something in a hurry, otherwise you might not get out of this with everything intact. Not what I intended to do at all. That's just like a... Well, the voting system seems to work, so that's always a plus. I've also changed my console. I didn't know you could change the colour of text in a console window. That's great. So, so now I can see chat via my bot, and you all have lovely bright pink names. It's cool. Look, it's bright pink. Is that Flower? I mean, Flowery's literally saying don't hurt people, so might not be the same Flowery. That was a thing. I was looking through some bundles of games that I've bought in the past, and I have some spare keys for certain games, and I do have a spare one for Undertale if anyone wants it. If anyone wants to play Undertale, you can. I mean, it's best to play games like that when the hype has died down, because the hype can affect your opinion one way or the other. And I really like the game, so... But I also know people who don't, and that's fine. Right, what do we got? We have 1 vote for Submit to the Grass. Is that you, Troy? We have 1 for Use Potion of Plant Control, 1 for Burn It, 1 for Plant Control, and 1 for Use Potion of Plant Control if we can. If not, burn everything down. Okie dokie doke. Okie doke. You, You do the thing. What are you doing the thing? Oh, it was Crow. Ah, okay, fair enough. Before the Tangleweed manages to drag Pal down into the ground, they manage to grab the bottle containing the potion of plant control from their backpack and gulp down the contents. As if touched by flame, the Tangleweed releases your limbs and retreats from the path, allowing you to run forwards. Pal decides to quickly run along the path while the effects of the potion are still intact. So, congratulations! You did the thing. You survived. That does mean you have used your potion of plant control. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, take that out of your backpack. But congratulations, you managed to make it through the Tangleweed. But it's still there, so be careful if you want to go back this way. I presume you decide to run north because it's either north or south. I won't set up a vote for this. You can just tell me in chat. That's fine. I also like the thing with Mixer is it has very low latency. I asked if Try said to submit to the grass because I mentioned that it was like tentacles. Burn the grass before we leave. I mean, if you're really good, I'm going to stop you. There's probably more than you could burn, and I wouldn't want to hang around. Who knows how long the potion lasts? Nog. Let's refresh this. Remind me at the end of the stream inventory. That's something I wanted to sort out. Nog. Do you remember the last time you tried to burn something down? Somebody threw a rock at your head. Newt, Nerf, Norg. Okay, we're going nerd. Oop, that's literally the world is going south. That's what's happening, and I have screwed up yet again, as is my wont. It's going excellently, isn't it? Let's travel north. Let me just see what is there. Okay, cool. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, right. So Pal decides not to burn the grass on the way out, just in case, and runs forward further north towards the sound of the river, as you have been to before. Oh, hello. There was a lot of drop frames going on there. When did that happen? I've dropped a lot of frames. So yeah, not crossroads yet. Let me find the thing. Where are we? Yes. Okay. Cool. 142. You'll see why I'm saying "oh no" in a second. I'll give you a hint. It's nothing to do with you. As the path proceeds northwards, the grass becomes shorter and less stabby. And the ground starts to rise gently. Ahead, Pal can hear the sound of flowing water. It was the river that they came across before that was full of eels. They soon reach the bank of a gently flowing river. There is no bridge, but they can see that the path continues north on the other side of the river. Standing proudly in front of them is a magnificent white beast, half man, half horse. A bow and quiver of arrows are slung behind his back. He is a centaur. Right then. Which halves? Good question. I think I should probably do this in the tradition that is expected. Cool. Okay. So yeah, you just walk up to a river and there's a centaur in front of you. I did say he, so... A masculine appearance. That's cheating. So right, so it's kind of like. See if I've learned anything from the last time I attempted to draw a horse. I should probably draw the whole thing, shouldn't I? At least I don't have too much of a time limit this time. Hang on, the thing didn't go. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Copy and paste the emote. Like, it's not looking great so far. Like, I'm just sort of... it's half Shetland pony. What am I gonna want with the who? That doesn't make any sense. Only marginally. Your vote didn't go through. Oh no, have you broken my thing? No, the thing's still working. Might just take a while to update. Oh no, there we go. Okay, cool. I don't know what your vote was. What? Oh, you put in. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You have just found an issue with my thing. You put a capital V in vote, which shouldn't make a difference, but it does. So I should change that. At the end of the stream, remind me inventory and vote. Okay. Case sensitive voting. Look, I even worked it out so that your name as is registered with your vote is not case sensitive. I try and avoid case sensitivity where possible, especially with interactive work. I'm gonna do this. Don't really know what I'm drawing here, but here we are. Your virtual keyboard auto-capitalizes. Well, how dare it? Anatomy! How do abs work? I don't know. You're kind of hype about the idea of Plant Music Town, but you need to express that you're terrified. You're also excited about the possibility of not having to work tomorrow. Yay! I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, Centaur-ish. Right, what do we choose to do? We can serenade the centaur with music. We can doot and smooch. Doot dot. Wave at centaur daddy and say hello. Smooch that ding dang horse. Is this a bug? What? Don't any horses have knees? That can't be right. Look, I mean, I'm slowly improving. So, yeah. For some reason, those front horse legs look like bird legs. It's like Funbird, but more. Okay, so Pal decides the best way to introduce themselves, as they tend to do in any scenario of this kind. Let's get rid of this, it was a bad joke. I had to make myself feel better somehow. Because look at this. Look at this! Like that. I'm sort of closer. Too many limbs. Too many joints. I don't know. I apologise, Ragdoll. You don't support centaurism in today's political climate. I know. So, yeah. Yeah, the hooves are fluffy. It's got like, Shetland pony feet. It looks nothing like the centaur in the book, by the way. There's one of the few illustrations in the book. And the author kindly, very appropriately decided to have the centaur in waist-high grass. So, yeah. They knew what was going on. Cheating. Yeah, that crow. Let me just have a look at things to make sure to see how this works. I'd be a good GM, wouldn't I? Okay, so Pal decides to serenade the centaur with a little doot doot and a toot toot and all these sorts of things. The centaur seems to take it in relatively good spirits. Evidently sort of not very interesting around here. And bids Pal a good day. Pal continues to play through this. The centaur gets slightly more annoyed and says, "Do you mind having a conversation rather than dooting in my face?" And Pal eventually obliges. The centaur basically says it's very, very pleasant to see somebody in this forest who doesn't immediately want to attack him. He says he doesn't really walk around very much nowadays in the forest because it's very dangerous and he's getting a bit old, apparently. Look at him, he's so old. However, he does want a little bit of retirement money every now and then, and as a consequence will offer you a ride across the river for just 3 gold pieces, if you so desire. It'll go up to 5 if you want to play the recorder while you're on it. Time to actually draw Pal, which is something I haven't done yet. Even though I'm going to draw Pal doing exactly what they always do when I draw them. I always draw heads completely the wrong way. So you start with the circle, yes, and then you build out from the circle. No! I carve into the circle, thank you very much. It's either a doot or a smooch. That's what's going on. I've never worked out whether or not Pal's left or right-handed, so the hands change every time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The tune that Pal is playing is significantly jollier than what's playing currently in the background. And less regal. I'm sure we've all seen the video with the My Heart Will Go On recorder. It's basically that. Oh no, Kira, hopefully you can get better. Are your, oh, hello. Are the things that were prescribed not working for your ears, Kira, or? Oh, hello. Robo T-Rex. Rawr. Look at those laser eyes. Pink laser eyes. as all Robo T-Rexes should have. Right. Oh, hello. What? I should probably move that somewhere other than where the chat is, shouldn't I? Okay, so let's do. Okay, and move that here. I guess should be better. You've been forgetting to take them, but you started taking them recently. You've had trouble remembering to do airdrops. I mean, set reminders on phones and stuff. Gotta look after yourself. You're important. Let's have them skipping this time, something a bit different. No, hello. More stickers. Thank you very much. Hugs. Hugs are always nice. You're going to call the office because you haven't yet gotten that referral to ENT, which you should have by now.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
5 coins for a ride with recorder and a smooch afterwards.
Well then, that's not how voting works. Thank you. That's very kind. Got to focus on drawing shoes so that I don't have nothing to do and say because thank you. Look at that leg. That's a bit better. What are proportions? Someone might need to inform me what they are. Who didn't want to hit? Your mixer is in Dutch and you didn't make the connection yet. I mean, so long as you understand it. Stickies is who's? Stickies! Hello, pterodactyl. Robo pterodactyl to go with the Robo T-Rex. Robotic dinosaurs seems to be a theme. Right, so we have one vote for pay Centaur 5 coins for ride with recorder smooch afterwards, with maybe or maybe not £5 attached to that vote. One for give 3 gold, one for give daddies 3 gold, one for seduce Centaur with recorder, and one for pay 3 gold. quick question. No, I don't think anyone's mentioned it, but I haven't really been looking at chat. I say centaur, but I hear Americans say centaur. Where'd that come from? I don't know. Yeah, centaur. Santa? No, not Santa. Oh, that's cool. Why can't I pin messages in in Mixer chat? Right. You say it the way I've been saying it? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like there is another word, centaur or centaur. There's center, but that's not how it's pronounced. So I don't mind pronunciation as long as there's no overlap and there's no confusion. I want... Hang on a second. I have to get a thing that I wrote things down in, and I have forgotten to pick it up. So, back in approximately 6.5 seconds. I am back. And let me just look at the thing because I want to make sure I'm getting this correct. That's the wrong side. Here we are. Okay, cool. So, important thing to note. We currently have in our possession 32 pieces of gold. 9 of those pieces of gold comprise of a silver necklace. 21 of those pieces of gold comprise of a bar of gold. We don't actually have 3 gold pieces on us. Or Pal doesn't have 3 gold pieces on them. So what do you want to do? Do you want to barter, exchange the silver necklace, or shave some bits off the gold bar? What do you want to do? The bookkeeping portion. What? You don't have 3 gold pieces. This is important. You decided to put these things in your inventory, and this is how much they're worth. You didn't decide to exchange them back at your Stromos Tower. This guy's asking for 3 gold pieces, presumably, or the equivalent thereof. You wanted to exchange the gold bar? Look, it doesn't matter what you wanted to do. It matters what you all want to do. Try, you got your indignant success with the nose filters. Now it's time for the return. Cheese it. We're not going to vote on this. Just want to see what you want to do in chat. A couple of people saying... So Chibi and Kiro say shave bits off the gold bar. Now it's time for dooting and smooching. It's covered in hair. He'll burn nicely. What? What's the problem? The problem is that you don't have 3 gold pieces. You have 32 things worth of gold, because 9 of them are a silver necklace and 21 of them are a bar of gold. So you have 30 figurative gold pieces, but 2 real ones. Poop because you're nervous. Yeah, no, this is something I mentioned occasionally, but I didn't realise it would become an issue, and now it's become an issue. So, yeah. I think we're going to say sort of shave bits off the gold bar, yeah? Alright. The reason I put that amount in the gold total is so that you knew how much you figuratively had. We've had this conversation before. Because otherwise you would forget that the necklace and the gold bar are there. And you go, oh, we don't have the coins, let's just run straight through the river, which you can still do. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that by having that number there, I've allowed you this option. It does require a bit of bookkeeping, but you actually got to think about it. Right, do you want to give him 2 coins and shave a bit off the gold bar, or do you want to shave a bit off the gold bar and keep the 2 coins? It's up to you. Doesn't really matter. Cut the gold bar in like a loaf of bread. Yeah, kind of like slices. Have a slice of gold bar. Burn the Forest of Doom book. This isn't in the book. This is something we made up. Okay, we just shave it off the gold bar. Right, so Pal goes... Sure, okay, I'll pay you. Don't have the coins. Hopefully this will do. Pulls out a solid gold brick from their backpack. Or satchel, which I always keep forgetting to draw. Hang on, here it is. Burn my moustache only. Look, I used to have a moustacheless beard when I was younger, before I realised how stupid that looks. Photo. No. Right, what are we doing? So yes, yeah, Pal pulls out the gold brick, and the centaur goes, what? Okay, well, gotta admit, wasn't expecting a goblin to have a brick of gold in their backpack, especially given that they're wearing a mouldy cape and have bunny slippers sticking out of their bag. I let it slip that I had the neckbeard once, and now this. Look. Yeah, the slippers are in our inventory. I said that at the beginning, but you weren't here, so that's fine. Yeah, very little clue what's actually happening because you're trying to get work done. That's fine. Absolutely fine. We're not cooking the horseman, we're giving them gold. Pal takes out the sword and just kind of slices enough off that's roughly the weight of 3 gold coins, and goes, I think that should be fine. And the centaur goes, yeah, no, absolutely fine, no problems at all. You dated a guy with a genuine neckbeard once. I thought a neckbeard was just like a beard that extends like down the neck. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. Or is it like a chin strap? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway, that was also during my having a ponytail and wearing a fedora stage, which is completely incidental to anything. It just so happens things came together and it's like, oh dear. I was literally a cliche without knowing it. He was so proud of his beard, but here's the thing. His neck could grow hair, but his face had like bald patches. Oh. Was I a baby? No, I'm a baby with a beard? Probably no. But yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like completely accidental. The reasons they've become a cliche are reasons separate from why I had them, but nonetheless, I fit that category. Neckbeard to you means shaven head, but except the nape of the neck. What? Ugh. Don't feel bad for the neckbeard loser. His big, stupid, traumatic disaster of a human. Fair enough. Are you talking about me, or? Anyway, what are we doing? We accept the offer, and we shave off bits of gold from the bar. Where are we? Right. We climb onto the centaur's back, and he turns and walks us into the river. The water is dark green in colour, and Pal recalls the swirling and the biting of the blood eels that were in there before in another part of the river, and probably thinks this is a good idea not to be the one whose legs are in there. Soon, they reach the other side. Pal gives them the 3 slices of gold, and bids them on their day. The centaur thanks you and waves you goodbye, wishing you good luck. Pal is now at the foot of some hills, and it's beginning to get dark. You see the path winding up north to the hills, and decide to Well, what do you decide to do? It's starting to get dark. Do you want to carry on through the night, or do you want to settle down? Or do you want to just run in circles? It's up to you. It was slow going, shaving bits off of that gold bar. Right, let's update our thing. So we now effectively have 29 gold. And I shall adjust. I don't have a pen or a pencil. Back in a second. So this is what I get for tidying up. Honestly. We're not turning the centaur into glue. What's going on? We have... The centaur gave us the lift to the other side of the river, and we paid them 3 shavings of gold. And now it's turning into nighttime. You're at the brow of the hill. And I wanted to know whether or not you wanted to sleep or carry on through the night. You're lurking very loudly. You can lurk as loudly as you wish. Update the map a little bit. So presumably the river carries on through here. And there was a centaur man. It's my diagram of centaur man. And you cross the river and you go up into the hills. Here, and it's starting to get dark. Is that in the music? Sounds weird. Did you give the centaur a goodbye smooch? Pal could probably give them a kiss on the cheek. I don't see why not. Yeah. Pal hands over the 3 slices of gold, gives them a smooch on the cheek, and then happily hops off into the distance. The centaur, perplexed, decides to take the gold and wonders whether or not this person's ever going to come back, because they seem to have a lot of gold and are surprisingly nice for somebody in the Forest of Doom. They then suddenly get paranoid that they've been poisoned in some way. But they eventually work out that it's all fine. Forest of Doom, more like the Forest of No Consent. I mean, yeah, there's the chasm of no return, and then the Forest of No Consent. I mean, so far, the leading result is turn centaur into glue, which will involve combat. Because it probably isn't going to give up very easily. Again, just to reiterate, it's turning dark. Do you want to camp? Do you want to carry on? Do you want to run around in circles? Or do you want to apparently turn a centaur into some glue? Alright, we have... What do we have? Camp, bitch. Turn centaur into glue. Take... Oh, hello. Yep. Take out torch and go through the night. Make camp and sleep. Watch out for bats. Or cook the centaur. So I suppose... It's a tie at the moment between camping and killing the centaur. In various ways. Either cooking them or turning them into glue. Possibly both. Okay, weird has tipped the balance, and we're gonna camp. Look, I am not to say what is a good idea and not. So yeah. Okay, so Pal decides to camp under an oak tree, settle down for the night, knowing that the dangers of continuing during the night are probably more significant than the dangers that might come to them during the night. So yeah, open tent, bees pour out. Right. So yeah, they go to sleep with their sword at their side. Miss isn't here, is she? Okay, cool. Pal has been asleep for an hour, but a terrifying howl wakes them up with a start. But you. It seems to be coming from the west, some distance away. You look up to see a full moon in the night sky. While you are looking up, you notice a large black shape moving in the branches above you. And by you, I mean Pal. Pal forgets momentarily about the howling, leaping to their feet, grabbing a sword, at the same time as a giant spider drops down from the ground at the ground beside you. Its massive rounded body moves slowly towards you on black spiny legs, not wishing to leave all of your... Well, your items are now on the other side of the spider. Your sack, if you'll pardon the expression. You're either going to have to try and get it back by fighting or whatever, or you can just run away and leave everything there. You have your sword and probably a recorder in your pocket. What do you want to do? Okay, so what was the description of the spooder? It was a large body on black spindly legs. So... they tend to have sort of bodies like this, don't they? So... a bit like an ant here, my apologies. Can you be the anatomy person for a sec? I mean, given the centaur we just drew. I'm interested to know why you're here now. You're welcome to. I'm always up for education. Education. Spiders don't have a separate thorax. Does that help? Cool. Gotta admit, I like this one. I don't think it said long spindly legs. I think it just said spindly legs. Head legs, yes. Do you mean you don't have legs coming out of your head? I mean the centaur had far too many limbs. A centaur's insects. Yes. Is this why Miss isn't here? She knew the long spoodle was coming? Possibly. I think Miss will like this spider. It's shaped like a friend. What are we talking about? What? Can't just say what and move on. What? What are we, what? Have I missed a thing? What has happened? Oh, our centaurs. Oh, that. I don't know. They've got 6 limbs. That's what I was thinking of. Oobs is milking spiders. What? Spider milk? Spider milk does whatever a spider milk. It's got somewhere to go. I'm gonna give it a hat. What are we doing? We have 2 for Boots O Leaping to jump over the spider, grab items and cheese it. We have 1 for Stab and 1 for our spider's insects. I don't think so. They're arachnids. Oh, look at that, number 1. Who's number 1? You're number 1. You're the number 1 crow. Okay, cool. Fine. Pal jumps. Pal equips the Boots of Leaping. And jumps over the spider. Jumps into the foliage in the trees because it's still a little bit... You decided to camp under a tree, so you do have to jump up into a tree. Fortunately, there are no webs there because there was no giant spider there before, and it's just a single tree, so I didn't decide to make a web before it saw you. But you do fall through all the leaves and foliage, and you get a lot of leaves up your nose. But Pal does eventually land back down on the other side of the spider. The spider's very confused, didn't keep track of this at all. Far too busy with places to go. It's got to go see a bank manager at some point. And Pal lands by the satchel, grabs the satchel, and books it north. The spider wasn't expecting any of this, and as a consequence, it's quite happy to let this all slide, because anything that can jump that high is not going to get stuck in a web and be tangled up and turned into mush, and then slowly drunk. Yeah, I'm drunk. No, I'm not. So yeah, long story short, you jump over the spider, you grab your stuff, and you run away. Congratulations, you now have lost your Boots of Leaping. But they worked, and you got all your stuff back, and you didn't have to fight a giant spider. But the giant spider's probably still there, so good luck going back. So here's the tree. And here's giant spider friend. And you book it north, because you can. And you should, because there's a giant spider behind you. Yeah, well done. That was an interesting solution. I like. Good job there wasn't a web there. So I need to update the thing. Bingo bongo. Yeah, your inventory's getting slightly smaller now. Cool. I feel like my improvisation there was lackluster, but here we are. Right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh no, sorry, I misread. My fault. Okay, so Pal running very, very quickly, running through the dawn, further north, gets down through the other side of the hill, and oh no, sorry, you're still on the hill. You're wending your way up the hill. You're running uphill. It's rather exhausting, but you get there in the end. You now have all your stuff back. You have managed to check, and you haven't left anything behind, which is great. Although you did use the boots, obviously. And you work your way up the hill, and all around you see the woods. You are now back roughly in the centre of this place. You recall last time you were around here, you got attacked by wild hillmen, and you got an arrow lodged in your shoulder, which was not great. But you're on the far eastern side of the forest at this point, so hopefully you should be far enough away from them. The mist is hanging on the tall grasses behind you, but ahead you see the valley floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As Pal heads down the far side of the hill, they see a small junction in the path heading off east. You know full well it's dense forest to the east, so it won't lead to another path. That path has to lead to something significant rather than just another way through the forest. So, do you want to investigate what that thing is? Okay, I'll just speed things up a little bit. Where are we? Yeah, cool. You see off to the east, because you're on the top of a hill, why wouldn't you be able to see this? You see that the path heads to the east and terminates at a cave, the entrance to a cave. There you go. You have your choice. There's a cave. Do you wish to investigate the cave or not? Because apparently this was worth 2 pages in the book. 1, 2, do you want to follow the path? And the other 2, do you want to go in the cave? So I thought I'd streamline things a little bit. I've drawn enough cave entrances at this particular point in time, so I'm going to try and draw Pal jumping over this spider. Oops. Goblin ears are great for showing direction. Struggling to get this form in my head right now, but we'll get there, we'll get there. Ah, things. Thank you for the stickers. It's very nice. Cool cookie. Cool coralgy. That's not how faces work. Three-quarter view, that's all I can do. You're gonna go no, Mr. Bus. Good luck getting the bus. Thank you for popping along. I don't know how to put on these boots for leaping, but okay. They just strap over your regular boots, it's fine. I'm making very slow progress today, I'm sorry. No, stickers! Ah, hugs. Thank you very much, Kira. You put in your second dose of eardrops for today. Yay! I assume you're supposed to have two, yeah? Avocado toasts. Ah. 3? Okay, so long as it's more than 1. Don't want you overdosing on the eardrops. Nah, more hot things. Thank you. You're all very kind, you know. I mean, we know that. That's just an established fact. Yes, you jumped over the spider, you retrieved your stuff, and then you ran away. The spider was thoroughly confused by the entire affair, to the point where it realised that you're not a thing worth chasing. But it's still there, so good luck if you ever want to go back. This is the thing, if you run away, you lock off paths. But yeah, the boots of leaping are now no longer functional as magical boots of leaping, but they're still boots. So. And yes, we are now at the entrance. We are now at a possible turn-off from our regular path north, at the entrance of a cave. And I want to know whether or not you wish to investigate the cave, and precisely how, if you desire. You shushing me? Oh, you did actually, yeah, and also you jumped into and out of some foliage. You were fortunate that there weren't any spiders' webs in there. What do we do? What? That spider is very courage a cowardly dog. It is kind of, isn't it? Yeah. I know what you mean. I never used to watch that an awful lot as a kid, but I always used to be intrigued by it. Right, what do we have? We have investigate cave carefully while keeping watch out for Durgans. 1 cave, 1 investigate, and 1 burn the cave. What's a Durgan? I imagine it's a dragon, but different. Right, cool. We investigate a cave. It was a thing to the east, wasn't it? Cool. There would be a cave, as there always be a cave. Because caves are easy to write. This really looks like some sort of bug. It's meant to be a cave, shush. Oops. Investigate the cave, right. Investigate with fire, possibly. Cool. Right. Pal, tentatively, steps into the dark cavern, or cave, with their sword drawn, awaiting any sort of conflict coming. The air is cold and moist. As they travel through the cave, the entrance to the cave, they hear a loud snoring sound. And as their eyes adjust to the darkness, they see the large bulk of a cave troll, asleep in a large stone chair. His skin is brown and wrinkled, and they are wearing animal hides, which, if this Drawthrough is anything to go by, means that they're wearing a 3-piece business suit. A wooden club lies across their lap, and a large leather bag hangs on the back of the stone chair. So to reiterate, you're in a cave. There is a cave troll in the cave. It is making snoring sounds, asleep in a chair, presumably. And it has a club on its lap and a leather satchel strapped around the chair. I don't know what a cave troll looks like, so... Here's the stone chair. Here's the stone arms for the stone chair. What? You were distracted. Do they have a cave troll? There is a cave troll here. It's asleep in a chair. There is a leather satchel strapped to, or a leather bag rather, strapped to the chair that they are making snoring noises in. And there's a large club on their lap. So, I don't know what trolls look like, but they do have this hair, don't they? Just to remind you, you have in your inventory a sword, a potion of anti-poison, holy water, rope of climbing, potion of luck, the squirrel helmet, a wooden arrow, necklace, most of a bar of gold, clay pieces, the net of entanglement, fire capsules, some used nose filters, silver box, the ebony handle, a couple of slippers, and a torch. Everyone has earrings in this world. It's the fashion. What can I say? And he's watching the... fell asleep in front of the stone TV. And I'm going to do some reading ahead so that I know what to expect regardless of the scenario. Talk amongst yourselves, as I'm sure you are. That's the problem with this kind of adventure where I have no idea where you're going to go, is I can't really prepare for this. So I just have to very quickly read through everything that exists. Okay, cool. Right. Good. What do we got? What's going? Rake bag? What? Who's raking bag? Okie doke. We have 2 votes. Count them 2. 4. Ready box of poison gas. Cut bag loose from chair. Throw box onto troll lap. Take bag and cheese it. There's a lot of cheesing going on here. 1 for light troll on fire. I can hazard a slight guess as to who that was. 1 for ready box of poison gas. Cut bag loose from chair. Throw open box onto troll lap. Cheese it. Very similar. 1 for rake bag, and 1 for sneak round cave. There was a typo. Who typo? It doesn't matter. Okay, so generally speaking, Pal creeps up towards the sound of the sleeping troll. Kept updating because I'm very literal. I take some creative liberty sometimes. I was very tempted to, when you were trying to chug the potion of plant control, say, well, you took too long and you can't get the thing out of your bag now, you know. But I thought no, because I'm nice, so shush. Oh, literal Chris. Right. Okay, so Pal very quickly rattles around inside the bag, tries to find the box. Roll for luck. Roll 2d6. Five, you successfully rolled under your luck. Fortunately, the sound of you rattling in your bag does not wake the troll up. And you manage to get the silver box out without causing too much of a ruckus. You take the sword out. very, very slowly from the sheath. Actually, you already had the sword out. My mistake. Doesn't particularly matter. But anyway. You hold the sword, or Pal holds the sword underneath the strap, held taut on the back of the chair, and in one single movement, slices through the leather strap and chucks the box open onto the lap of the sleeping troll. Pal then grabs the leather pouch and cheeses it, as is the expression, out of the cave and onto the path. He made up for the double sixes when you met Monkey Man. Well, that's how luck works, that's how probability works. It's the quantity theory of probability. When there's bad luck, there's good luck. That's how it works. It's fine. Right, so you have successfully gotten the bag. I presume you want to see what's in it. You don't have to, obviously, but... the troll is very confused and coughing and spluttering in the cave, and you decide to run away before anything untoward occurs. You may return if you so desire, but you manage to get out without too much of a fuss. You have lost the box, obviously. What page am I turning to? We are... Yep. Okay. Gotta make sure. Cool. We're looking in the bag? Cool. Outside of the cave, quite far away from the cave, because you've got to get away from the cloud of yellow gas. Pal stops to take a quick look inside the leather pouch, or the leather bag, the leather satchel, the leather container. Pal finds 5 gold pieces and a small brass bell. Pal sees no reason to not take these with them, and as a consequence, takes it and continues on their way. Unless, of course, you wish to return. Yes, you have a small brass bell. 5 gold pieces and a small brass bell. In exchange for the box. Silver box, gone. There we are. There's that. And a brass bell, which I don't have a picture for, so... And you feel bad for looting the troll? Look, you decided to do this. Yeah, that missing picture is a bell. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you're now back on the road. There's a little detour into a cave, but no, the wrong layer again. Literally 2 layers, and I'm still getting the wrong one. I presume you want to go north now, or you can go back to the troll, or... I should... let's mark on the map. Hang on, this is where you found the handle for the hammer, so... Just so you know. Org. Does the troll have slippers? You didn't have time to see it. It was very dark and you decided to throw poison mist all over the place, so... You are but a baby goblin. Look, I don't know what you mean by mercy. Not being nasty or anything. Could have seen if you'd lit him on fire. I mean, theoretically, yes. The slippers would also have been on fire, though. It depends on which part you decided to set. Depends on which bit you decided to set on fire. That's the thing. I find it interesting on Mixer that you don't level up for streaming in your own chat. Like, I'm level 1. I'm the lowest level here in this chat. That's very nice. So are we continuing north? Well, I'll tell you what. Hang on. Let me solve things. Make things a little simpler for you. Hang on. Let me actually check. Double check if I can. Because I'm nice like that. Yes, cool. In running north and trying to get away from the clouds of gas and the possibly angry cave troll, who's there? That's angry. There's gas billowing out of it. You come across a crossroads, one path leading to the west and one path leading to the north. You recognize the end of the path leading to the west as linking up with the smooch stand. You are disappointed to see that there is nobody still there, or there is still nobody there, rather. Grammar. We have slippers now. We do have slippers. Slippers are in our inventory. So yeah, what do you want to do? You're at a crossroads. This has hang on, let me see. Nog. What if more slippers? I mean, avarice is a sin. Have I considered more sleepies? Isn't that the frog from Star Fox? Or is it the rabbit? It must be the frog, yeah. Go to the local outlet store. What's here? Let's put something interesting at this crossroads so that we know what's here. It was the frog. Okay, there's a frog. There's a frog here with a tiny body. Looks like we're going north. Yeah, north. Fantastic. Right. You continue heading north. You leave the frogs where they are. They seem to be ribbiting away perfectly happily. They're not harming anybody. Although you don't really want to investigate further because they might be toxic. Who knows? Turn to 369. Yeah. Your run this time was downhill, and you have reached the valley floor, which is green and pleasant. And Pal wonders why such a tranquil place would be home to so many loathsome creatures. Loathsome. Although some of them are nice, like the frogs. The frogs are cool. Walking along the path, Pal sees in the distance the portly shape of a balding man dressed in long brown robes, heading in your direction. As he gets closer, you see that he is a friar. There is a friar heading your way, and it ain't no George Formby thing. George Formby? No. George Foreman. George Formby was, when I'm cleaning windows. So, the thing with friars is that they've always got this hair. Oh no, it's actually sort of joins up a little bit at the front. Saving, autosave. Oh, hello. More hearts, thank you very much. I wonder if they're ever going to set up a thing where we can have sort of like custom sticker emote things. So you can spend bits to alert me with mini beef or whatever. Back to lurking. What? Your colleague was dictating the percentage shares someone had in your company for reasons, and the guy had 69% shares. So you know it was hard for you not to go, lol, nice. Fair enough. Anybody would have done the same in your position. Whenever I'm drawing something like this, I think, oh, I hope I'm not accidentally contradicting something that comes up in the text later. Like, oh, it turns out that he has no hands and he is in fact a shape-shifting monster. They have the most riveting stories. Did you work a long time in a dockyards then, or shipbuilding? Why am I the one streaming? Everyone loves a good baggy sleeve. Well, I do anyway. So here's our disproportioned portly gentleman. Let's give it another. Keep it simple. I don't know what a religious symbol would be in this fantasy world. Let's come up with one. There's a triangle. It's got like a love heart in it. And it had legs. And arms. Right, Sobfish, what?
Wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
Mr. Beast Boy 2212. No, 2112, sorry. I can 8 years of maths at university and I still can't tell numbers. Hello! This must make very little sense to you, but here we are. Here's a friar, what do you want to do? Thank you for following, that's very kind. So we have met a friar. The friar's come towards us. We have 2 votes for say hello to the friar and 1 vote for light tonsure on fire. What's going on with tribe? What? Who? What? Can you redo the whole stream? Co-workers have been talking to you. I'm sorry. But there will be VODs on YouTube and stuff. Say hello with your gun. I don't think we have a gun. Smooch the hand. Because the face ain't listening? What? 90s jokes. Right. Okay. Was the quote or the who what? Okay, so it seems like we're gonna say hello. Maybe smooches. Possibly. There's half a chance. Okay, so Pal walks up to the friar and says hello. The friar seems very nervous, a little jittery, shuffling from side to side as you're saying hello. Pal asks why. Why? Are you alright? Is something wrong? Something chasing you in a bit of trouble or something like that? And the friar says he's a bit nervous because he's been looking around trying to find something he's lost. He's lost his sacred brass bell. And he's trying to find it somewhere. He's asked all around. He's said that there'll be a reward if someone can find it. Yeah, he's just really wants to find it. He's lost his bell. Saves me having to draw it, doesn't it? I'm gonna guess you guys want to give the bell, yeah? There's no need to set up a new vote. Look at this guy. This is the face of nervousness. This is the face of somebody who's distraught. Definitely got that one right, didn't I? Yeah, close enough. I are good at art, me. Okay, so I assume we want to give the bell, yeah? Oh, hang on, Oobs is saying no. Give bell, give bell, give bell. We already have votes for give bell, even though I haven't changed the votes thing, so we're gonna give bell. Cool. Pal gives the bell to the friar, who seems very excited to see it, and explains that they managed to get it from a cave troll just up in the hills. The friar begins jumping for joy and shouting, "Oh mercy, what fortune, what fortune!" He reaches into a leather pouch from the string belt around his waist, as you can see. The pouch is behind the sleeve, it's fine. And pulls out a small glass phial. Pal gives him the brass bell and in exchange takes the glass phial. The friar explains that this is a healing potion of some description and will will restore 4 points of stamina, as it were. He doesn't say that because the world doesn't run on 4 points of stamina, but there we are. The friar shakes your hand enthusiastically, thanking you over and over and over again. Pal is a little disconcerted to find somebody who's more enthusiastic than them. But at last, the friar happily parts company with his newly found bell friend and hops off into the distance. Give smooch? Yeah, sure. Pal gives smooch. Friar enthusiastically also gives smooch. Weird things happen, and then we cut to the next scene. So yeah, the friar continues walking south, and we move forwards. Look, he's excited. The friar's excited, and Pal decided to reciprocate that excitement. Cool. And yes, the friar goes off south now, happy having found the thing they were looking for. So we have a potion of healing. Yay. I don't know if I have a thing for that. Do I have a thing for that? Yeah, I do have. I already have a picture for the potion of healing. There it is. Oh no, that might not be the potion of healing. Potion of healing is something different, isn't it? Because you can buy the potion of healing, but that's a different thing. So let's undo that. Just call it the potion of health. Or health vial, let's say. Good, that'll help me remember. And we don't have a picture for that. I've got to do that at some point. Right, so we managed to find somebody who was enthusiastic and gave Pal a smooch. I unfortunately don't have time to draw that. Whoops. That's what I intended to do here. So yeah. It's the end of the stream. I think we've been productive today. We have, what did we do? That was last time. Here. We got tangled up in weeds. And managed to get out by using a potion, which we bought previously. We met a centaur friend, whose anatomy was absolutely perfect. Do not worry about it. And who gave us a lift over over a river after shaving off some bits from a gold bar. We then found a happy spider friend who we jumped over and got very confused. Then we nicked stuff from a cave troll, suffocating them presumably in the process, assuming they didn't manage to get out, but they might have done. Who knows? Be careful if you want to go back there. And then we met a friar and gave him back a bell. So yeah, I want to draw this guy happy with his bell, but alas, I don't have time. 'Tis the end of the stream. Thank you much. Of course, thank you all for coming along. My brain has just slowly deteriorated over the course of the past 2 hours. My apologies for that. Here's good art from Miss again. Probably should have moved it along a bit. Hang on. So look, you're seeing behind the scenes. Like that. There we go. Good cropping. Yes. Thank you for coming along. It's been a sort of on-off. We didn't really draw much today, although I tried to make it sort of good drawings. Sort of less fun. This is my favourite. Oh, hang on. Thank you very much for the avocado sticker. It's very, very kind. Thank you. Post the spider. I like spider. Spider's cool. Oh, is that another sticker? Another sticker. Thank you very much. So many sparks flying around. It's like an electrician's nightmare. Oh wow, so many. My updates are not going to be able to keep up. I should reduce the cooldown on these. But thank you, Emily. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Try. Thank you, Kiro. Thank you, everyone else who's here. Oobs, Weird. Lots and lots of friends. New friend. Which is there's so many things. Sticker updates have drowned you out. Mr. Beaster Boy, 2112. 2112, is that like a Rush reference? I have heard that's a thing. Alas, have not heard it myself. Although I do know 2113 by Coed and Cambria and 6969 by Ninja Sex Party, both of which are homages. Yeah, thank you for coming along. We're doing stuff. We helped a friar, jumped over a spider. Yeah, it was an eventful stream. I probably should explain to Mr. Beast Boy what's actually happening here, if they are still here. Chat is playing via the voting system that I have set up in chat, which we're testing out here today. Chat is playing through the Forest of Doom adventure book, Choose Your Own Adventure book by Ian Livingstone, and I'm illustrating their choices. So that's what's happening. You can definitely make your own stickers. Ooh, is that only for partners though? Maybe. If not, we'll see what we can do. Right, cool. So, thank you. You think it's partners? That's a shame. Like, partners need to have, like, 200 concurrent viewers and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. because I don't do things that are particularly popular. I try and do sort of more niche catered stuff than playing the popular games, because I'm an idiot like that. Yeah. What are we doing? We don't have a stream till Saturday when we're going to play XCOM. We're going to try and move everything over to Mixer for now. We'll see how it goes. It has advantages and disadvantages. I drop a lot more frames when I come to Mixer, and some people have buffering issues, but the low latency is pretty cool. My bot now works on this, which is great. Yeah. Avoiding Amazon's always a good idea. But yeah, so Saturday, XCOM. I just want to field something by you guys before we go. Would the idea... Oh, that's what F stands for. Nice. Would it be a good idea... You're welcome, Try. It's quite nice because obviously you were the spearhead behind all this. Like the actual Exodus itself, just setting up streams here and all that sort of stuff. But it's quite nice sort of that with the transference, we've also managed to get lots of friends up streaming and yeah, lots of different sort of fields and all that sort of stuff, which is why I want to talk about Tuesday streams. So Tuesday streams are usually Parsnipmon. I feel like some of the enthusiasm has gone out of the sales of that project. I would like to finish certainly the ones we're doing, but I'd also like to try and do different things on stream. So it might be worth doing Parsnipmon just kind of in spare time. And then Tuesday streams freed up to do like creative wildcard, as it were. So like Sunday would be game wildcard. Just play a random game, see what happens. And Tuesday would be do a creative stream that's sort of like a one-off or, you know, not a long project or whatever. So that could be drawing, it could be music if I ever get that up and running, programming, game making, 3D modeling, whatever. I don't know, I just feel like it's the kind of the nice feel that we get from Parsnipmon of just sort of a chill stream with chatting and stuff like that. There's plenty of alternatives now. There's plenty of other people who are doing, you know, the nice chill streams, and it's all very cool and very nice. And I don't want to be redundant. I don't want to, you know, I like having my streams to be sort of catered experiences and something more, you know, I like a creative idea behind my streams, if that makes sense. I still want to do the Pokemon stuff because that is fun. And it's cool to do cool designs and stuff, but I don't want that to just, you know, be 1/4 of my entire streaming experience, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we could still do Parsnipmon on and off. We don't, you know, don't have to banish it for eternity. I'm just fielding the idea that maybe we could have a bit of variety in that slot. You know. So yeah. Although I may need to come up with a different name than Wildcard. If 2 days of the week are wildcards, that's not very wild, is it? That's pretty consistent. Just keep Parsnipmon slaving. Stuff will get done. Don't worry about that. I did try and do one yesterday, but it didn't come out very well. So yeah, I tried. We'll see. I've got to come up with ideas for it first. Lots of stuff we can do. Consistent card, yeah. We got 2 consistent cards and 2 wild cards. It's mainly Chibi because Chibi's always the one who sort of has the enthusiasm for Parsnipmon when it starts up, you know? And I feel bad. First stream back. We're cancelling the thing you like. Wild Wild West? The Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West? Have you heard Neil Ciceraga's version of that? It's pretty good. I don't hate Chibi. Chibi's good. Chibi's a good friend. It's because you murdered me, yes. So yes, just to reiterate, Saturday, XCOM, 6:30 to 9:30, slightly longer than usuals. or longer than the same time as usual for XCOM, but longer than the rest of the streams. Sunday wildcard, I'll try and think of something to do. We might do, well, if we're doing game stuff, we'll see. Maybe we can do. we could play a little bit of Undertale and then give away the code for it or whatever. I do have various other codes. I've got like code for Gunpoint, code for the Inner World, which is a game I haven't played yet but looks nice, sort of point and click fun game. Yeah, I was just trying to sort out spare codes that I've got. Be nice to do giveaways and stuff. Be pleasant. Assuming they still work. I think they do. Yeah. Saturday, XCOM. In between then, I'm sure there'll be plenty of wonderful streams by other people in the Purple Star Gang. I don't know if Chibi's going to do one tomorrow, but if so, that'll be cool. First one back. Maybe not. Maybe. Triforce is doing Zelda on Friday. Wonderful. Excellent. Chibi Nether's Days. Tomorrow. Hooray. Chibi streams. Back again. Yeah. Am I still enjoying the XCOM, though? I want to speed it up. I do want to actually start going through the proper missions, because at the moment it is just busy work. So yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get somewhere. So yeah. I mean, if it's Triforce's Friday night, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna perpetually miss all Triforce and Kiro streams, which is a shame. I'll be there, Chibi. I'll be there. Yeah. So yeah, Chibi is streaming tomorrow. Triforce is streaming Friday night, their night. I'm pretty sure Emily is streaming every day. Yeah, lots of people, lots of good streamers. If anybody's watching this who isn't in the streaming group, we have the Purple Star Gang team. You can see that underneath the channel, I think. Check all those people out. They're very cool. Some of them are new streamers. Some of them are have been doing it for a while. Yeah, and we're all good friends, and they're very nice and very different feels to streams. Yeah, most of them don't ramble as much as me at the end, so that's a good thing. You don't know when I can stream when there isn't already a stream, and like people don't love back-to-back streams. And yeah, it's a thing. It's difficult. You're thinking of streaming a bit tomorrow before Chibi's stream, but no pressure. Ooh, Kira streams. Nice. Also, Dragon Age on Fridays. You was already like, what day to move it to, because you want to support good friend Try. We'll sort things out on Discords and all these sorts of things. It'll be very cool and very fun. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, have a wonderful time, everyone. I need to end the stream because I'm procrastinating. Enjoy yourselves. Be kind. Be nice. Be good. Be happy, if you at all can. And if you at all can't, then we will do our level best to help you do so. Goodbye.